When it comes to losing weight and keeping it off, vegetables are the most important food. If you're on a meal replacement diet, well, they're the only food that you can eat besides meal replacement products. Then, if you're on a weight maintenance plan, say after the meal replacement diet, then the vegetables have a lot of weight management properties. For example, when you eat vegetables, they tend to bring with them other foods that help with weight management. Think about it. When was the last time that you had a salad with a sausage roll? When was the last time that you had a salad with cheese or chicken or tofu or something like that? Much more common, isn't it? Another benefit of vegetables for weight management is that they tend to take up space in your gastrointestinal tract, and if you eat them before you eat other foods, it means you don't have as much room for those other foods. So for example, if you do happen to be somewhere where you find salad and sausage roll, if you eat the salad first, then you'll probably find that instead of fitting 2 sausage rolls in, you can only fit 1. Or instead of 3 little ones, you can only fit 2, for example. So vegetables take up space, and that helps with weight management. Another benefit of vegetables for weight management is that they have a lot of undigestible fibers in them. And these fibers, when they reach the far reaches of your gastrointestinal tract, these fibers are digested by bacteria, and in particular the good gut bugs like they consume these fibers from vegetables, and that means they start proliferating, and the more vegetables you eat, the more of these good bacteria you have in your gastrointestinal tract. And these bacteria, having a lot of them, they actually help promote a healthy metabolic profile, and they may even help with weight management. So much so that scientists around the world are investigating whether people who this sounds really disgusting, but it's happening, that if people who swallow pills containing the poo from healthy people that eat a lot of vegetables, to determine whether that poo pill is going to improve their metabolism and their weight, basically. And the results looking pretty promising. It's early days still, but I think rather than taking a poo pill, why not be the person that eats lots of vegetables in the first place? Trouble is, veggies can be pretty time consuming to prepare and are not always the most delicious go-to options. So here's the things I use to make vegetables long lasting and more delicious and time efficient. Number 1, always be super clean when you're preparing vegetables or any other food for that matter. Being super clean will keep bad bacteria out of your food, and this means it's going to last longer, up to 3 days in the fridge, and then you won't have to do all that chopping and everything else quite so often. So, wash your hands before you start anything. Lay out all the equipment that you're going to need so you don't need to rummage through drawers and cupboards. Then wash your hands again just before you touch the food, just like a surgeon. Number 2, always keep some to die for salad dressing in your fridge. One of the to die for salad dressings, well, I find it to die for, we're all different. I like the 99% fat-free things like the French dressing or the balsamic vinegar dressings. They keep for about 3 months and it's always there. But my favorite, if I do have time, is my red onion and sumac dressing. I used 4 red onions, chopped them in half, peeled them, then threw them into a blender about 3/4 full of water and blitzed them on high about 3 or 4 times. Not too much or they get really smushy. Then drain them and get to work on the lemons. A lot of people don't realise that you actually need to rinse under running water your fruits and vegetables before you peel them, chop them, eat them. That's because washing under running water removes a good deal of the bacteria on the veggies and fruits that can make you sick, and it also removes pesticides and other chemicals that you really don't want in your body. Then I mix those beautiful onions with that lemon juice and add some olive oil. You really only need a tablespoon to make the flavours in this dressing pop. It's a low-fat dressing without any chemicals. Then you add sumac. Now, I had never met sumac in my life until I met my husband, who grew up with this stuff in the Aegean Sea region. You add 2 good teaspoons for this amount, enough to make all of those little pieces of onions surrounded by red granules of sumac spice. Then you add about 1/3 of a teaspoon of red chili flakes. You don't want too much because you don't want to, get bowled over by chili. About the same with cumin, some salt. Give it a good mix, and then you're going to put it into a clean jar. And this is going to keep in the fridge for 3 days, actually 4 days, because it's so acidic. And it's ready for you to mix through any salad. Number 3, always keep a supply of salad leaves in the fridge that have been washed and are ready to eat. These can either be things like these packets of ready-made salad leaves that you get from the supermarkets, or you can do it yourself. Here's my husband's handiwork with the salad spinner. Cos lettuce for people who like cos lettuce, and for people who prefer iceberg lettuce, we have iceberg lettuce. When you've got these washed and ready to eat salad leaves in your fridge, it actually makes it super quick to make a salad whenever you need one. Here, I'm going to show you how I make a salad for 3 people in less than 15 minutes. And that includes washing the vegetables under running water before I peel them. The skin of cucumber contains so many micronutrients and fibre, but sometimes it's a bit tough, and I like to do a half-half with my cucumbers. This is actually a personalised salad, or personalised nutrition as my husband calls it. Not everyone in our family likes capsicum, so myself and my husband, we like capsicum, so we get some. But our daughter doesn't like it, so she doesn't get any. That celery looks a bit wilty, but it's still okay, and everybody likes celery, so everybody gets some. Here's some roasted capsicum that we prepared earlier. It's just sliced, sprinkled with some salt, baked, and then you chop it up and add it to the salad. It makes it really creamy. And the pièce de résistance, the onion and sumac dressing. Just beautiful. Now, with freshly washed hands, we add some iceberg lettuce for everyone who likes that. My husband doesn't like iceberg. I think they didn't grow up with that in the Aegean Sea region, but we've run out of cos, so he gets the baggy one instead. Then we add that vegetable mixture, and it's just beautiful. There you have personalised nutrition in 15 minutes flat. Number 4, keep a bucket of coleslaw in the fridge. Being a very lazy person, or I prefer to say energy efficient, my definition of coleslaw is to get a cabbage, wash it, then chop it into big chunks, put those chunks into a container, cover it with Glad wrap, and then I can just nibble on those chunks whenever I want. However, when I want real coleslaw, I go to my mum's place. She always has a bucket of coleslaw in the fridge. You can put any hard veggie that you want in coleslaw, but what she's put here is green cabbage, red cabbage, Chinese cabbage, carrot, capsicum, radish, cauliflower, spring onion, parsley, and celery. Add a bit of mayonnaise. If you're on a meal replacement diet, you'll want to restrict that to 1 teaspoon per day of full-fat mayonnaise. You can add a bit of no oil dressing to juice it up a bit. A bit of mustard is really nice for zing. Mix it with some pepper and salt, and there you go, a beautiful main dish. Number 5, always keep a supply of frozen veggies in your freezer. If you're on a meal replacement diet, then you'll want to choose options that are low in starch. So for example, this mixture of carrot, cauliflower and broccoli. If you're not on a meal replacement diet and you're into maintaining your diet, then any vegetable you fancy is a good vegetable. For example, I really fancy baby peas. Another thing I love, but I don't have now, it's this mixture of peas, diced carrot, corn and potatoes. Just beautiful. So I hope this video has inspired you to think about which vegetables you like to eat, which dressings make them delicious, and how you can keep them in your fridge and freezer so that they're always available for you when you want them. The thing is, while scientists around the world are investigating whether if people take the pills containing the poo from people who eat a lot of vegetables and are healthy makes them healthier, why not just be the person who eats lots of veggies? Enjoy.